So what do we got going on here? We've got a plant-based sausage. Now I'm trying it on its own because my plan is to put it on a pizza. Okay, let's look at it. It's an Italian garlic and fennel plant-based sausage, crafted with eggplant, onion, and sweet peppers. Let's look at what he's got in it. It's got 27% of sodium, 620. That's pretty high. Total fat, 10 grams. Carbohydrates, 11 grams. Dietary fiber, 2 grams. 26 grams of protein. 4 servings, that's eating an entire sausage. So, it's also got some potassium and some calcium, a little bit, and some iron. But the thing is, what's it going to taste like? We're at the moment of truth, the taste test. And again, the brand here, I didn't mention that before, is Field and Roast Meat and Cheese Company, plant-based. So they're a meat company that doesn't have meat, I guess. Discover a world of flavor. And this says it's based basically out of eggplant, onions, and sweet peppers. And you know, I'll take a picture of the ingredients because I can't read that. It's like dark on dark. It's got filtered water. It's the first ingredient. Wheat, gluten. You'll see it at the end. Okay, let's try it. It looks like a sausage. It sort of feels like one. But it doesn't taste like one. It's interesting. Oh, I'm a little crooked here. It's interesting how people judge plant-based things. It's like, you know, if you're someone who can't eat meat or won't eat meat, you have a lower standard for taste and texture and everything. But if you're a person who can eat meat, you judge it more harshly. The taste, you know, I can taste the garlic. I don't know about the fennel. Serving is one sausage. They were $6.99, and which is expensive. And it's 13 ounces about, so it isn't even a pound. Oh, it's really expensive. So, I guess I would say the idea of having a lot of spice in it tends to make you less upset that it isn't really meat. That's the way I look at it, at least. It has a nice flavor. You can taste the garlic. I'm not getting the fennel is kind of supposed to be like a licorice anise type taste. I'm not sure I'm getting that. But it's going to do for the pizza topping tonight. Why? Because it's Friday, Catholic Friday, and we're not going to have meat coming up here in Lent. So I thought we'd try this out on a pizza. I could just do a cheese pizza. Then I saw this in the store and I thought, hey, let's give it a try. Basically, plant-based products, protein, are way more expensive, and sometimes they're not that much healthier. People say, oh yeah, this is, and it's like, well, wait a second. If you put the same amount of sodium in there, you know, maybe you should go back and eat meat anyway. I guess if you have some moral objection or something, but it will do for the pizza topping. And we'll go from there. But I think if you're looking for actual meat, this one would do it. But if you're a person who's not can't eat meat, it's gonna be okay. You know, I like to, my bananas are rocking here. I always buy 2 bundles of bananas. We've got a yellow one, and we got one that's ripening. That's something we eat a lot of. I eat 1 or 2 a day. My wife eats 1. So we go through them quick. But I was going to mention, I'd like to throw in irrelevant facts here. But there's a new disease that some ticks carry. And if this tick bites you and you become infected, you actually have trouble eating meat. And I don't know whether it's a taste thing or your stomach doesn't digest it as well or something, but you have this tick bite you and you start eating less meat. So that's kind of bizarre to think of, you know, vegetarianism as a type of disease. But there we go. There it is. And we'll see if we can put a picture of the pizza on here too. I'm just doing my own crust. I get one of those Ritsu whoop-de-doo bread machines with the 2 paddles. It makes excellent bread, dough. And so I make up 1 batch. It's enough to do 2 pizzas with, at least, depending on how deep dish you want it. And real easy to make, real cheap, you know, to have your own ingredients. The bread machine would be really expensive, except that I get it for $10 off. You know, it was on, someone was selling it, you know, and I picked it up and it looked like it was new. But their mother used it and, you know, she passed and the person wanted to get it. A lot of people, some people are trying to sell things and some people are trying to get something to someone that will use it. And then the third category, which I think a lot more people are in, is they want it to be used by someone who will use it, but they want to get a few bucks for it. I mean, we got a $250 machine, and we're paying only $10 for it. That's a deal. But very good. And oh, something else I'm doing too recently. I'm doing the light salt. This is in the bread. And how is the light salt? It's got 50% sodium chloride, salt, and 50% potassium chloride. And this potassium chloride is a salt of potassium, just like salt is a potassium, as a salt of sodium. And in cooking, I can't tell the difference. But some people, I guess, especially when you just sprinkle on something, will get a metallic taste from it. So I would suggest, if you want to try it, if you want to cut, you know, I'm cutting the salt in half in the pizza. Of course, the plant-based, salt-based sausages are going to put it back in. But this is something you can try. And like I say, I think in cooking you probably won't notice a difference, but you know, everybody's palates are so different. If I took 3 brands of milk and put them in a cup with my wife and blind tested them and say, pick out the Oakhurst Dairy one from the generic bread milk, she'd do it in a second. She can tell the difference. She can taste it. I can't. So, you know, people have quite a different sense of taste and palate. And but there we go. So here we are with the pizza. You can see I've cut the sausage up, baked sausage into a crumble. And this way it comes out good. I mean, you're not just analyzing the plant-based sausage by itself. So a thumbs up, but expensive.